Hi guys. Okay, I won't lie, I didn't know there were people waiting. I'm sorry. I set up my broadcast and I didn't realize that would actually show that I was like about to stream. Oh my god. I don't even know if anyone's still gonna be here. It's been like 5 minutes. If anyone's here, hi. Sorry, I didn't mean to just I didn't realize. It's like I'm either cursed to hit the start button on accident or I'm cursed to have like a thing that has like a waiting room. Oh my god. Hi everyone. Hello. Oh my god. Yeah, sorry for keeping y'all waiting. I wanted to make sure Milk has work today, so we work the overnight shift, so I wanted to make sure he could actually like get his sleep and get up, all that stuff before I started a stream and started yapping. But hello everyone. My name is Markiplier. No. Um, I got some new music for y'all. We're gonna be finishing up the Griffin today. And because I wasn't really thinking, not gonna lie, I made sure to get another sketch ready. We are gonna be working later in the stream on a Jester Sonic. So look forward to that. But here, let me get this music started for y'all. I figure since we're starting, I hopefully y'all will tell me if the volume is okay on this. Hello, Ink the Cat. All right. Let me know if it starts. Okay. Oh, it's muted. There we go. It should be unmuted. Is that too loud? Too quiet? I can edit it. Don't worry. What do I even have it set to? Oh. I have new music. Doesn't even know what it is. I got Pokemon music for you guys today. Alright. Chat, too loud? Too quiet? Is volume on the music okay? I have to ask. Because I can't tell on my own, actually. Oh, some good news. I did just get my new headphones delivered today, so I could actually do some like gaming streams and stuff. Probably not today, probably not right now, but in the future. I can now do gaming streams now that I can actually listen to audio and it shouldn't like bleed into the microphone. Alright, volume's good on the music? Okay. Let me know if that changes. I always say that and no one ever tells me when things get too loud. But don't be shy. If something's like ridiculously loud, just let me know. I don't want to create an unpleasant stream experience. So yeah, keep me in the loop. Alright. Let's see. Let me read chat. Hell, yeah, there's dang, all these highs. Yeah, I can't even I usually try to do it individually, but dang, there's a lot of you. Alright. Osmosis Jones, I have not seen it. Can't stay long, have to get back to work. No worries. Thank you. Have a good one. Alright, well, I say we can kind of get started. So, for those of you who were here last time, or maybe, you're coming across this now. So, last time we did all of these base colors for the Griffin, and, all we really have to do, is just color the line art, and do, the shading, the lighting, all that stuff. It really, honestly, it shouldn't take that long. So, we'll see. To be fair, I do tend to get carried away talking to chat, so... but yeah, it should be pretty simple to get the Griffin done, and then we'll start on Jester Sonic. I did end up making a sketch for that. I did preview that in the Discord server, I think. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't preview the sketch. I only showed that I was going to do Jester Sonic. My bad. But I guess I can show it off now. So here's what we're going to be working on after we finish the Griffin. I don't know. I kind of just I don't know. I felt like drawing Jester Sonic. This is like a very, very rough sketch. Um, I did a bit of an oopsie when I was drawing him. I didn't realize his sleeves are like the patterns. They're like I like put them on the wrong side. I don't know, but the text is backwards because I had to flip my canvas back to fix the patterns. So this is what we're gonna be working on in a minute here once we're done with this. So just a little preview for y'all. But with that said, I guess it's time to like just get started really. I'll try to not have Vendetta in the way too much. But I really like Jester Sonic. I think it's such a like funny little outfit. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I actually draw a Sonic character for once? You know, it's so funny. I'm like a Sonic channel. I'm like a Sonic art channel, and yet I don't draw the official characters. Ain't that crazy? So yeah, things to look forward to, but I'll stop stalling. Alright. I don't know why, but Clip Studio, with its, what's it called? The button for the clipping layer, like to clip a layer, it's not very, at least to me, it's not very visually clear that that's what the button is for. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I've noticed some of the icons in Clip Studio don't really communicate what they're for. Or they're so small that it's really hard to tell. I don't know if anyone else, that could literally be just like me, but I've noticed that personally. Drawing Sonic for once. I know. It's so funny because like I do regular Sonic art as well, but you know, for being a Sonic fan, Sonic is like one of my least drawn characters. Usually my art is like, I'm usually drawing like Rouge, Blaze, Amy. Like I'm usually drawing the female characters. So it's really funny. Like I'm actually going to be drawing an official character for once. What's even like funnier is Shadow being like my favorite Sonic character, and yet I could probably count on one hand how many times I've actually tried to draw him. He's not that difficult. Actually, I find Sonic a little bit trickier to draw, but it is kind of funny. What is happening here? The lines are like kind of messed up. What? What happened? Oh, they're not messed up. It's because I merged the layer. I ended up merging all my color layers and I did not pay attention. Whoops. Oh well, it's okay. It's the only thing I don't like about coloring line art is having to go around all these little details and trying to make it look neat, and I'm just tedious. It's tedious, that's the word. I'm an artist, yeah, I love to complain about actually having to do the art. Hey, at least I do it though. At least I do it though. You know how many people just give up and they go, why don't I ask the robot? Heck no. We ain't doing that here. That's for sure. Okay, what? Why is this? Hold up. Okay. My layering was wrong. Ignore that. I heavily dislike doing line art. Real. Actually, for the, for the, Jester Sonic, I was thinking I would try to do my lineless style for that one. I'm not 100% set on it yet, but I agree. I actually really don't like doing line art at all. I found ways to make it more bearable with time, but I just don't enjoy line art very much. It's probably one of my least favorite parts of the process. I'm an artist who's very focused on color. I like making my colors look good. I don't care for lines, even if they're like the structure to everything. You know the famous clown song? I've never heard of that. My mom's making banana bread for dinner with chocolate chips. Ooh, that sounds really good, actually. I'm an artist, but I'm more of a traditional artist. I'm working on digital art as I'm not good at it. It takes a little bit, but digital is really fun. So, hey, good for you. Yeah, I had to start from traditional as well, so I definitely get what you mean. I've been doing, or well, I've been very off and on with digital. I didn't have like a lot of the resources to really do digital very well until like a few years back, but I've been doing digital for a while. Um, most of my art though, up until a few years ago, was traditional. So there's a lot of things about digital though that I don't know if I could really go back to traditional if I'm being honest. Like I do like traditional art. I still like sketch in my sketchbook. Like I do that stuff. But I don't know. I like, especially like in current times, like having to spend money on art supplies. You know, art supplies that where it's like, I don't know, buying sketchbooks, buying pencils, pastel, whatever you work in. It's just not that easy anymore. So I kind of appreciate being able to put in a one-time purchase of, I don't know, let's say the $30 drawing tablet I'm using right now, and knowing that I'll be able to use it for at least a few months. I've never tried this brand, so I don't know how good it is. But knowing I'll get months of use out of it as compared to like plus I could do whatever I want. It's not like a sketchbook where I think one of my biggest struggles growing up with like sketchbooks and stuff was like being scared to practice because I didn't want to waste my sketchbook. Like that was genuinely such like a sucky like feeling of like, oh, I should really practice, but I'm gonna use up my sketchbook. Like I would like get so paranoid whenever I was like low on sketchbook paper. So I am very, very, very thankful. Very thankful for the existence of digital art. Big fan of it. Let me read. Hey, it's cool to see you streaming. The Griffin design looks amazing so far. Thank you, Cyborg Puppy. Sorry, can't speak. Both are cool in their own ways. True, true. I see a lot of impressive digital art and I see a lot of impressive traditional art. It's really just a difference of paper versus the screen. Like, although I will say something like silly that I really like to see is artists who are primarily digital just like posting a doodle that they did traditionally and being like, oh, this looks so bad. And I look at it and I'm like, that's just your normal art style and it looks good. It's so funny to me. I mean, I definitely get it though. I get the like that feeling though, you know, like as an artist who's kind of like who's more into doing digital myself, I do get that the feeling of like once you go mostly to digital, it could be really hard to go back and you kind of feel like you're stunted, not stunted, but like it's just not as easy to do a lot of things. Like it's not like you can double tap your paper to undo. It's not like you can shift things around and like lasso tool them. It just doesn't quite work like that in real life on paper. I always color my characters wrong on paper. It's always slightly off. I feel that too. Like that's another thing about why I just don't really care for traditional anymore is colors. I love colors. Like obviously there are benefits to working in a limited palette, but if your palette is only limited because you're broke, it's not quite as fun as if compared to you have like 5 million Copics and you have the choice to be limited. So, yeah. I've worked tomorrow. Rip. Me too. I read that. My bad. Thanks for Dark Oak. No worries. No worries. I was in an area where it was easy to get them, so it worked out. I do the eye shines last, so. Also, hi, Las. Sorry, missed that for a second. Okay, I don't know why, but ever since I put in the background, I've been noticing I like definitely colored outside the lines in more than a few spots, and I'm just really not understanding how and why that happened. I guess I'm a bit clumsy. Oh well. Not clumsy. That's not even the right word. Clumsy? What? That doesn't make sense. No. I had a different word in mind there. I'll try again another day. Let's see. Luckily, I say like coloring the line art's gonna be pretty easy with this one. Like I don't see this really being difficult. It was difficult to put the piece together. God, I can't get that stupid song out of my head. Oh my god. I've got a love and hate relationship with that song. It was difficult to put the pieces together. I have like I forgot to put a line here. I've jokingly made like a parody with my cat. Where I'm just like, my name is Two Socks. Two Socks. That is my name. Two Socks. I am a bitch. Two Socks. Because my cat, he's been getting like really erratic lately with like, he really wants to be an outdoor cat, but we live in an area where there's a lot of stray cats. Like, it's one of those, like, it's like one of those problem areas. I think they do TNR, but it's not enough. You know, like the population is not under control. We literally had kittens appear like a few months, like not even like 2 months ago. I think I saw a new batch of kittens just wandering around, fucking playing under our window. But yeah, cat really wants to go outside. And it's funny because he's a big cat. He will. Like, okay, this is so funny. He's so silly. Because we briefly took in a kitten a few months back. We really wanted to keep him. I named him Reaper. Especially because Two Socks is getting a little bit older. And we would like to be able to have another cat in the house before, you know, he eventually has to go. But... So we had this kitten staying with us for a minute, and hello, Astro. What was I saying? Shoot, sorry. But yeah, this little kitten was in the house, and Two Socks would like run from him. To be fair, it was a very hyper kitten, very energetic, but it's crazy because the cat, he would like run. But as soon as we're in this place with all these stray cats outside, you know, he likes to chase the stray cats outside. Like even if they're like scrawny, they'll be like fully grown cats. But he's scared of a kitten, so it's kind of funny. I'm new sub, thank you, appreciate it. So. Yeah, he's an interesting one, but he's been getting really like pushy with trying to get outside lately. Super annoying actually. But it is what it is. Thing is, it's like it's not that he's completely not allowed to go out there. It's just with supervision, you know? But he will totally try to just like jump the wall and go attack other cats, but you bring one kitten into his house and he's scared. Terrified. No, I probably wouldn't do Gardic phone. My cat has been trying to escape my house for a little bit. It's been so annoying, especially because he freaks our dog out when he does it. Man. It's so crazy. It's just so funny because like he'll chill out for a while, but then he'll just go right back to it. He's quite the cat. What can I say? Very, very sweet though. Just wish he didn't have to try to get outside all the time. Oh, by the way, chat. So I did mention that my new headphones came in, but you want to know what also came in? Some orange cream Coke. I have some of the worst taste in soda. I love it though, it's so good. I'm on my second can already. No, have you guys tried, chat, I gotta ask, I'm curious. Have any of you tried the strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper? That's actually a really good flavor. I really like it. Like, unironically, big fan of it. I think more people should drink it. I drank an 8-ball. Oh no. What? What do they put in those? I've always wondered. Pokemon X and Y, yes. They're the best. To me, at least. What's your favorite Sonic OC? It's, my favorite Sonic OC is by a different artist. So you see it's a chicken, right? But that's not quite what he's called. So his name starts with suck. And then it goes suck the, but I can't say what it really is, but the chicken. There's a chicken by another artist. That's my favorite Sonic OC. Chat hates me for this. Chat hates me for this. That's my favorite Sonic OC of all time. And I want to buy it from the artist. If I ever had the chance, I would buy Suck from the original artist. Thought we got the Suck thing out of the system. No, that's my favorite OC, duh. It can't leave my system because that's my favorite Sonic OC. How could I forget my favorite Sonic OC? It's Eggman Super Sucky Machine. Oh my god, I love that clip. I've used that in one of my videos before. I don't know why. I just like to take clips like that and just use them as like transition sounds, even though it's like scuffed and doesn't even work. Why not? Suck Frontiers. Can we get Eat the... Oh, wait, is that an actual character? Please tell me that's something that's been made into an OC. Please, I'm begging. Anyone who said Sonic OCs can't be created from existing animals was totally wrong. Man. Has it been yet? Dang. Maybe it should be me. No, I can't do that. No, okay, here's the problem. I would 100%. I think that would be hilarious. But I'm a YouTuber now, so I have to be responsible. But how about this? If somebody creates that character, if somebody creates that Sonic OC and they send me the image, I will or I don't know, just show it off in my Discord server. Either you or me, one of us will do it. We'll show off that character. And I don't know what else we would do with it. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But you can't call it by its name. So that's the only problem. Just don't call it by its name. But like, if somebody makes that character, we have to be careful with this. I have to be a responsible content creator. I can't make characters called Eat the... There's so much wrong with me. Can you tell? What's your favorite canon Sonic character? I am basic. I'm basic. I'm basic. I'm so damn basic. It's Shadow. Always been, always will be. But runner-ups are Rouge and Blaze. And I also like Surge and Trip. And Honey. I like a lot of characters, but that's my favorite. Of course it's Shadow. It's always Shadow. That's like, if somebody isn't answering Shadow, they're answering, like, Sonic or Knuckles a lot of the time. Sometimes you get those, like, interesting people who will be, like, SBO or Vector. Those people are based. You know what? I think it's based to, like, a less popular character. I'm just incredibly basic, and I relate too much, and yeah, I like my silly, serious Hedgehog character. Gotta catch up. You have an army of kitties at this point. I would love an army of kitties. Maria. I'm so basic. My favorite is Sonic. Fair. I mean, at the end of the day, Shadow's popularity is only second to Sonic's. Which is so funny because, like, if you ask me my, like, top 10, top 15, top whatever Sonic characters, Sonic doesn't even hit that for me. He's not even on the list. So, it's amusing. I just tend to, like, gravitate towards the other characters more. I guess for me, like, I guess the kind of, like, one of the things about Sonic, like, the point of him, in a way, is that he's, like, well, not fully unrelatable, but I think it's because I'm just someone who tends to gravitate towards the characters I relate to. So I think that's the reason why he doesn't really hit my top 10, top 15, top any of that. That's not to say anything negative about Sonic, though. Sonic himself. That's just me. That's just my character preference. I heard top 10 in Sonic. You're giving me PTSD flashbacks. Oh no. Wait, yeah, I didn't think of that. How did the start of that video go? Top 10 hottest female Sonic characters. Someday, I won't lie, I'm like too rusty on my VA stuff. One of these days, I would like to just start reenacting a lot of these things. Like Eggman's speech from Snapcube. Top 10 hottest female Sonic characters. Like, I would love to just read those freaking scripts. And be like all dramatic and stuff, but I've been slacking on like practicing any of my, like, you know. So I'd be like embarrassed if I made something and it turned out bad. I like Surge a lot. Surge is awesome. I like her a ton. Like, I am looking forward to just seeing what happens with her in general. Infinite. More like Infinifraud. Infraud. I don't even know. I can't make a good... I think he needs a second chance. Personally, I think he needs a second chance. That's my opinion on Infinite. But I think... Okay, here's the thing. Here's my opinion on Infinite. If they give him a second chance, I don't want them to just like completely 180 on him. You know, like I don't want them to just say, oh, the fans thought he was too unserious, so we have to make him super serious now. No, I don't want that. I don't think that way. I don't agree with it. I think they should just address, or not address, sorry. I think they should just embrace. Just embrace the pathetic nature of Infinite. I think that's the way they should go about it. I still can't get over how, like, playing Forces was, like, my first game back into the Sonic, like, fandom. Like, I liked Sonic for a while, but then I got out of it, and then I came back, and then new games were out, so I was like, okay, I'll play them. And, I mean, Forces was, like, my first game back, and to this day, I'm just really confused, because I'm just not really... He beefs so much with Sonic and the Avatar, but then you play episode Shadow, and it's like, me personally, if my entire squad got killed by one dude, and he told my ass to not show my face ever again, first of all, I think I would have my primary beef with him. Second of all, if somebody told me to never show my face ever again, I think I would show my face to spite them. So I'm just kind of struggling to understand the motivation. I mean maybe I'm just a different personality type to Infinite, but I don't know, me personally, if Shadow told me never show your face ever again, I don't think I would listen. I don't know, that's so like the fact of like putting on a mask too is wild. Like, he said don't show your face, not like, I don't know, you could take that as, oh, just don't like show up around me. No, bro put on a whole mask. Like, really? So extra. Overreaction much? Infinite's the type of guy to start complaining if he got the wrong McDonald's toy but refuses to get a new one. Infinite's the type of guy to get... Like, he would get served the completely wrong order at a restaurant, and he would sit there and just quietly, like, poke at it, and, like, if a waiter came by and asked if he was enjoying the food, he'd probably, like, let out a little whimper, and he just wouldn't even say anything about his order being wrong. He would just sit there and suffer, and then he'd, like, pay his bill and tip really well, and he wouldn't even tip, he wouldn't tip, and then he'd leave. That's how I perceive Infinite. He would just have the saddest dining experience. I'm so kind to Infinite. Why can't I? Oh, I have an eraser. That's why. He'd leave, then complain the next day about it. He'd leave like an angry Google review. But his Google review, he would like accidentally leave it on the wrong restaurant, and then the business owner would like probably like reply to it being like, what the fuck are you talking about? And but like Infinite would like double down. He'd probably like update his review and be like, no, this is the right place, and you're terrible at serving food, you're horrible, your entire business deserves to be closed. Because that's what it takes to be Infinite. come back in a big ol' scary costume. True. True, I'd love to see that. Comes back in a big scary costume. Oops, I added a layer I didn't mean to. Oh my god. He'd like try to order the same thing again, and they would get it wrong again. And he would just have to sit there again, quietly and sadly. Oh man. Infinite would want to speak to the manager, but like the manager would probably like walk out, and the manager is like tired of dealing with people's bullshit all day, so they probably have the most like dead inside look on their face, and I don't know, they'd probably like be a little bit grumpy, and Infinite would like see that, and then he'd like probably start crying. Like he wouldn't even be able to talk. He would just start crying. He'd probably start like bawling like a baby. I like how we're constructing a whole storyline over here. Like, oh yeah, this is what Infinite would do if he got the wrong order, and this is what would happen day 2. God. He comes back and gets mad at the people who gave him the food, but then he just sit there all angry while they're confused. True. This is all loving slander. I love Infinite so much if I make fun of a character that I love them, minus Jet. I think Infinite's just very silly. That's my opinion on Infinite. He's very silly. I don't like particularly like him a lot, but I don't dislike him either. I think he's just silly. That's the extent of my opinion. Crossed arms pouting like a little baby. For real. Like no, I want to see some not crossover. I want to see some art of like, imagine, so this whole restaurant scenario we're talking about, right? Like, imagine Barry is the waiter. like the guy from the Murder of Sonic, sorry, the they, that's not how you say it. the Quokka from the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Sorry, I messed that up at first. The they is not how you do that though. Barry's cool. I like Barry a lot. Barry's so tired. They've been dealing with food all day. Just want to go home. I know. Poor Barry. Having to deal with Infinite's pouty ass. Barry would jump Infinite's ass. I know. Jump that fraud. With those detective skills, I'm sure they will be capable of taking out Infinite. Honestly, Sonic Forces would have just not even needed to happen if Barry was there. You know what? I think this is some like BS I should just stand by, and I should like bring it up as if it's a genuine argument. That would be a good way to piss off the fandom, I bet. Sonic Forces wouldn't have needed to happen if Barry was there. They should have put Barry in the game. There was a Barry X Blaze. What? Barry X Blaze. That's one I've never heard of. Huh. People always tell me to go watch those, and I never do. I won't lie. I've been told probably like multiple times now to go watch Sonic shorts, and I straight up never have. Not even because I don't want to, I just genuinely don't think to. I always forget. I don't know how. I'm always just so good at forgetting to go like check this thing out that like everyone always talks about. Whoops. My ass is out of the fucking loop, bro. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Now we're gonna do the gloves. Barry can go hyper. Based. I'd love to see Barry go hyper. Oh, hello, Vishnu. Welcome. Barry is the totally strongest character ever, stronger than Shadow, Iblis, and all gods ever. I like how Sonic isn't even in that list. Should have made a Hyrax as a Sonic character? I have not heard of that. What's a Hyrax? I'm gonna look this up real quick. Who's pinging me on Discord? Suck my nuts, I'm streaming right now. I'll get back to you in like 5 business days. Hyrax. This... what the hell is this? A Hyrax. It looks so strange. I mean, I could see it as a Sonic character though. Like, I'm not saying it can't be a Sonic character. I just didn't expect to see it. Sonic is a weak-ass punk, Barry could sweep him. For real, for real. You know what? That's one of my BS theories. If someone... that's gonna be a BS one from me. I'm just gonna say that as if it's a genuine argument. The franchise is renamed Talking Colored Animals. They're related to elephants? What? How? Where is the resemblance? I have so many questions. What the hell? Alright. I did this a bit silly, so I gotta fix... Let's see. There we go. It's this layer. It's because I've been... the way I'm ordering my layers. Okay, here we go. Oh, I need to fix that too. Is it here? Yes, it's here. The teeths. Oh, wait, yeah, you have a point. True, I didn't think about that. Tusks, teeth, like, they're long. I mean, that's the best. That's the best I can. I mean, I wouldn't know. Chat, whatever y'all have to say, your guess is better than mine. I have no idea. What are your opinions on Sonic being able to fart but without a butt? What? I'm not sure if I should answer this, actually, because I'm not saying this is you. I'm saying that I'm concerned to answer that question because of other people, if you get what I'm saying. For some Jet slander, I probably think Jet would be cooler as a Griffin, being a Babylonian and all. I wish that the birds were just more bird in general. Like, it's one of those difficult things for me as an artist who tries to stick somewhat, like, I do try to have a somewhat official looking Sonic style. Not 100%, duh. I know there's like a bunch of different Sonic styles and like, I'm not trying to like copy any specific person. It's more so like, but it sucks being an OC designer and avian Mobians, because we still don't have another name for what they are. Mobians, bird Mobians, not having frickin' wings bugs the shit out of me. The way I kind of make myself happy enough while trying to stay like somewhat, what's the word? The way I make this work for me. The way I make myself happy, the way I can stand making bird Mobians is if I give their arms some like fluff whenever their clothes allow for it. Like if it's a character that wears long sleeves, I probably won't be able to, but I try to give the birds feather detail to some extent. Like I try to do it on like the lower arms, maybe the legs, and I try when I give them like whenever I do like their heads, I try to give them more kind of like, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm like amazing at it, but I try to give them more feathery looking hairstyles and stuff. I don't know, that's just what I try to do, cause yeah. Jet's not a griffin. He farted in the first movie, but he doesn't have anywhere for it to come out. I mean, I feel like it would have been worse if they gave him a butthole. I'd rather not see him with a butthole. I already get, like, uncomfortable when, you know, like, how, what is it? There's, like, I think this is more of, like, a thing in, like, kawaii art, quote-unquote, where they give cutesy little chibis and stuff, like, I don't know, they give them, like, X buttholes. It's usually on, like, animals. I don't like that. I won't lie. I don't like that. I'm not saying there's something inherently wrong with it, it just rubs me the wrong way. I don't like it, I think it's weird. I like my fictional animals, my weird, non-realistic, cutesy little animals. I like them without that. It's weird. Anywho. Fun fact, Sonic the Hedgehog is a hedgehog. Yo, no way. I didn't know that. I love drawing the birds, except, or wait, I can't read. I love drawing birds, except when I make them have big wings, feathers, except when they're roosters or penguins. Ooh, that's cool. Sorry, recent videos. Sorry to deal with all that. No worries. I mean, so I don't really have any, like, updates on that situation, but I mean, I can at least say that no one has showed up yet. I don't know if it will be a thing, but I'll say at least I've started blocking those people who were doing that stuff. I haven't heard a peep since, so I don't know what's going on with all that. But that's kind of what they do. They will do something kind of crazy to try to stress me out, and then you know, they I don't know. Sorry, this is probably confusing. If any of you have seen the longer video I did, then you'll kind of get the context of what I'm talking about. I don't want to, like, ramble on about it for too long. Simply put, I just have crazy people across the country looking for me. Yeah, it sounds wild. If you want context, just watch the video. It's not worth going into on stream because it's a lot of, like, heavy stuff. For 3 years, I thought Knuckles was a hedgehog. I mean, that's not the worst, like, species mistake I've heard of. Like, I can kind of see how you would. Not completely, but I could maybe see how you'd mistake him for a hedgehog. Okay. I think we're done coloring the line art, right? This looks done, at least to me. So. Oh, wait. I missed a spot. Hold up. I missed a spot. Did I not? Oh my god. Hold up. I forgot I didn't do the top of the bow. I meant to. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. We're not done with the line art. We're about to be. Don't worry, chat. As soon as we do that, we'll be good. Boo 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 boo. Thought Tails was a girl. I think when I was really little, I thought he was a girl too. That's kind of understandable. I mean, to be fair, he's a kid, and he's been voiced by women, like, quite a few times. I think most of the time he's been voiced by women, so. I mean, it's not like I feel like that's a mistake that's fairly easy to make, especially with child characters. That's okay, just want to say keep doing what makes you happy. Thank you. Yeah, at the end of the day, that's just what I'm trying to do. I'm trying not to let them, like, you know? Because people like that, they don't deserve to be able to, like, take, you know, the life I've built from me, so. Yeah. Bro, what layer is this on? This is driving me nuts. Driving me bazonkers. That doesn't even make sense. I don't know why I said that. Here we go. Found out the Lego White Robes Villager before they were updated is over $100? What? Holy shit. That's wild. I'll never understand some of these Lego prices, man. Ever seen a pistol shrimp Sonic OC? No, I haven't. Fun fact, the Hyrax OC I'm working on is gonna be a mischievous little shit who's extremely evil and cruel but never taken seriously. I love that. That's awesome. I feel like that's gonna be a good character. I love characters with those like types of fun little personalities. I think it's like an underutilized, like a lot of people when they make characters they kind of default to their like they kind of default between a few specific personalities. I like when people do something different. It's Dr. Treoris, of course he's 100. True, I didn't think of that. There's that like content creator added value type thing. Man, apparently being a content creator is great. You can just slap your name on shit and people buy it. I don't know how the hell that works. I'm not gonna lie. I would feel kind of... this isn't like shade to any content creator, but like... I would feel weird if I were just slapping my name on, for example, some cookies and selling them. Like, and there's no additional benefit. You're just buying something with the name on it. I think that's kind of silly. I don't know. That's just me, though. Maybe I will have my mind overtaken by greed one day, and I'll change my mind. I don't know. We'll see. I am a money-loving girly, but I don't know if I like it that much. When we get in Mono X doorknobs, I wonder how you would even Pokemon cookies be like. Look, I'm not shading her. Get your bag, but like, bruh. At the same time, I'm just like, bruh. Cookie moment. Oh, but if you can't afford the overpriced cookies, you're poor. Ah, boy. You know what? I'm glad to be poor. I don't want those damn cookies. Oh, really? That's how you create content? Bet. Hey guys, I own Sonic the Hedgehog because my name is on it. Man. Okay. I'm gonna add a multiply layer. Okay. Zoom out. And I'm probably gonna hue shift this, so. Oh, by the way, I forgot before, but I finally upgraded my Clip Studio to 4.0. It looks about the same as usual, if I'm being completely honest, but apparently I bought my license for V3 so close to V4's release that they just gave V4 to me, so that's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna do this color for, yeah, I think I like that. Damn, this silhouette is messy. I am not gonna lie, that is a messy silhouette. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. Upcoming Mono X wall plaster. Nah, if I really wanted to sell out, I would just like make use of Vendetta's assets. That's all you gotta do with female characters. That's literally all it takes. Get a freaking sponsorship with like... Milk and I were literally just looking at like a drink brand. Which one was it? We actually delayed the wall plaster. We're hoping the Mono X shoe and souls will make up for it. Milk, since you're in chat, which brand had all those like Gooner bait collabs? Yeah, yeah, if you really want to sell out, you gotta do one of those. You gotta, like, get that kinda. You gotta get that kind of collab going. Hyrax OC is a lesbian. We love a gay elephant thing. Hell yeah, we do. That's awesome. I love my lesbians. They're amazing. I love women in general. Women are so cool. Do 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 do. It was either what I don't think it was was it G Fuel that had, or was it it was either G Fuel or Gamer Subs. I genuinely don't remember. Technically both of them. G Fuel was just more tasteful and not sloppy. So from what you're saying, from what you're saying, it sounds like it would be smarter to collab with G Fuel if you make a Gooner bait thing, because it's gonna be more tasteful. So it's like higher quality. Ah, smart. It was Gamer Subs moment. I never had Gamer Subs to drink. I really am curious about what it tastes like. It's like, I don't want to spend all that money on Gamer Subs, but I genuinely am very curious. It's kind of like Prime, where I have never had Prime, and I don't want to start having Prime. I don't want to buy Prime, but like, it's also kind of like if I were given the chance to try Prime, I would try Prime. Subs has sample packs, just pay for shipping. Oh! Oh, okay, that's a little more reasonable. G Fuel featurings? Yo, the Sonic one. I do like that one. It's funny, I don't usually like peach flavors, but slap Sonic on something and, well, you figured out how to change this girl's mind. That's the autism tax, the autism curse. It's like when you it's like okay, when you're like a company, it's like a blessing and a curse, because on one end of things, if you sell things related to like a very common autistic special interest, why is my mouse glitching out? When you sell like for example, Sonic products, yeah, you're definitely gonna sell them. Your products could be absolute ass, but if you put Sonic on them, they're gonna sell, because that's, a lot of us are like that. I like to think I have some standards, but I'll admit sometimes I have bought a thing just because it has Sonic on it. I mean, I'm currently using a kid's wallet until my Shadow one comes in because it has Sonic on it. So I'm a bit guilty, but but the cursed part. Okay. So the blessing is that you make anything with Sonic on it. Same thing with like anime and shit too. Make anything with it on it and it will sell. But the bad thing is that you also draw in Sonic fans. So that's not to say it's all bad, but knowing how large and weird a significant amount of this fandom can be, yeah, good luck. You better be ready if you start making Sonic products. Because not every Sonic fan is on their best behavior. I'll tell you that much. It's a blessing and a curse. It really is. Let's see. Man, I don't know about how this shading. I gotta like, maybe colors hue shift it a little more. I don't know. Wait, I think I have an idea. Luminosity. No. This looks so like weird and muddy. I don't like when the shading looks muddy. I gotta fix that. because it's gonna bug the shit out of me. Like, one bad shading layer will just ruin everything, at least for me, so. Ooh, wait, I kind of like the orange shading. Hold up. Like, that. I like that. Train Simulator adding a Thomas DLC? Exactly. You gotta know, like, which IP attract all the autistic people, and then you gotta, like, make products and sell it to them, and you'll make hella bank. Because we're just like that. That's what we do. We could be broke as hell, but you put our favorite thing on there, and it's our wallets are gonna scream and cry, and then we live to see another day. And then we regret it. but like not completely, because like, oh my god, it has Sonic on it, you know. I need to use a different brush for this. Hold on. I don't like this. Give me a sec. Here we go. I got a better brush. Okay. Here we go. Almost done. Okay. Fun fact, the Hyrax's boss is a meerkat. Yo, meerkat! Meerkats are the most murderous animals in the world. And her and the Hyrax are gonna have a rival slash slow burn slash enemies who are forced to work together ship. Ooh. That sounds fun. I like that. That sounds really fun. Have you heard of Beastars? Yeah, I've watched Beastars. It's pretty alright. Pretty solid, I'd say. Honestly, I should probably rewatch it, because I don't really remember that much from it. But it's definitely one of those shows that, like, I definitely enjoyed it, but I never really saw a lot of people talking about it. Maybe I just wasn't in the right, like, spaces for it, though, you know? I don't know. It was one of those shows that kind of felt like it came and went. But it's funny. I remember when I first watched it, the style definitely, like, caught me off guard, but I don't know. I kept watching it. I gave it a chance, because I can be really iffy on, like, 3D anime, but I kept watching, and you know what? I actually kind of liked it. I won't lie. I liked BNA as well. And, well, BNA, I liked Beastars better than I liked BNA. BNA has, like, some issues with the writing, but it's a trigger anime, so of course it's, like, animation, like, visually it's so good, but the story was a little confusing, questionable. Some allegories weren't exactly, they didn't quite hit correctly. They didn't quite hit right because the real world is a bit different from the way they were presenting it, but overall it was really good. Like, I think the everything else kind of makes up for it. Pokemon Concierge's team made the first season stop motion opening. I think I knew that, but I forgot. Man, I'm so excited for more Pokemon Concierge episodes. I'm really looking forward to that. From the Pokemon Presents, because especially seeing that they're gonna be doing more with, like, larger Pokemon models. Like, I don't know if any of you guys noticed, but for those of you who watched Pokemon Concierge, but you see how, like, most of the stop motion, most of the Pokemon were, like, small Pokemon? So I was I mean, I don't know. I wasn't behind the scenes. This is just a theory. But I wonder if maybe they did that because they weren't sure if Pokemon Concierge was gonna succeed. But I'm so glad Concierge did so well. It's exactly what fans have been wanting for such a long time. Like, I swear, I always see people saying we want to see more, like, slice of life type stuff with Pokemon, and we got that with Concierge, and I'm so glad that it's succeeding for it, because it's really, really good. Like, it's so charming. Like, I will admit, at least on the video game side of Pokemon, I've been a little bit disappointed in some things recently, but I will at least say, Concierge, like, they're doing so well. They're doing so well on, like, the TV side of things right now. Like, they've got Pokemon Concierge, they've got Horizons, Journeys, like, all of those were so good, in my opinion. Like, oh my god. They have been cooking with Pokemon anime and shows in general recently. So it makes me really, really happy to just see that they're like succeeding. And the fact we're getting Luxray in season 2 makes me so happy. Oh, I love Luxray. Hello, Goldie Heart, welcome. I am doing pretty good. How are you? I need Aegislash chilling on a beach with Sarah Ledge. Ooh. For real. That would be sick, actually. I would love to see stop motion Sarah Ledge. Oh, that would be. Oh my god. Like, I can just imagine, like, the flames coming out of its, like, oh my god. That would be so cool. Wish there was a Sonic anime made by Trigger. I know! That's what I've been saying. I've been saying this for years. Like, I will say, I really liked, what's it called? I really, really liked the Dark Beginnings for Shadow Generations. It's kind of like the closest we've gotten to a Studio Trigger anime for Sonic. I would love, 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 love a Sonic Studio Trigger anime. It would just make me so happy. Yeah, Rip Guy. Well, not really Rip Gynax. I heard bad things. Some pretty bad stuff happened. I would say Rip Gynax. I'm looking forward to the new, since we're talking about Trigger, I'm looking forward to the new Panty and Stocking stuff. I definitely want to see, because I saw they revealed those 2 new characters. Pretty intrigued by that. I'll definitely be checking it out once it's out. I hope Horizons goes on long enough to get its own Ash versus Leon moment. That'd be sick. Oh my god. Yeah. I did see, so I haven't been able to keep up with Horizons very well because I don't think we even have a Netflix right now. But I did see from Twitter that apparently Lico's Sprigatito, which where I'm at in the anime, it's funny. Where I'm at, it didn't even evolve into a Florigato yet. And it just evolved, I think, in one of the recent episodes into a Masquerada. And I'm just like, oh man, I gotta watch the show. I love Liko. I know people have a lot of mixed feelings about her as the new Pokemon protagonist. I know a lot of people don't like change, but I have tried to be open about it, like open-minded about it since day one, and I'm honestly really happy with Liko as a protagonist. I really like her. She's a lot more relatable than Ash ever really was to me, if I'm being honest. Like, again, I'm just one of those people who values relatable characters a lot, and so, you know, kind of like a shy artist girl, like, okay, okay, you're kind of speaking to me there, if I'm being honest. Sonic anime made by Trigger sounds awesome, for real. Studio behind Dark Horizon, pretty much Western Trigger, yeah. They made a Lego and TMNT show, and both are full of Trigger sauce and references. I have heard really good things about Monkey Kid. I have not seen it, but I have heard a lot of good things about Monkey Kid. Ash has been 10 longer than most people I know have been alive. I know. I'm over here 21 now, and Ash has been 10 the whole time I've been alive, actually. And longer. Alright. I think I'm almost done with the shading. Lighting, shading, whatever. Some people would call this rendering. I call this just finishing the piece. Um, let's see. It's so I don't know if it's just the art spaces I've been hanging out in since I was like younger, but I swear rendering is like such like a newer term used by a lot of people now. I'm not saying that term didn't exist before, but it's really interesting because like I've always like thought of like digital art and like doing these like little details and stuff as like just finishing your art, but apparently that's called rendering. I don't know. That's definitely a newer concept to me. I'm not sure if it's just me though, or like if anyone else noticed that the like the shift in the art community towards like calling this step of the process rendering. I still feel a little weird calling it that because it's just like I don't know. I don't know. I've just never called it that. I always saw it as just finishing it. Kind of crazy that a dude can watch Ash as a kid and grow up, have a kid, and Ash will still be 10. I know! It's wild. YouTube is 20 years old in April? Oh yeah, true. Yeah, didn't YouTube come out like 2004 or 2006? I forget. But very, very close to when I was born. This platform is like nearly as old as me, if not older. The meerkat literally will pick up the Hyrax from under the arms and chuck her at Sonic. That's awesome. Oh my god. This character sounds so interesting. I love that for ya. Pew 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 pew. Alright. 2005? Dang. Like a year older than me then. Literally a year. Man. Crazy. Crazy. You know, something about like platforms like being around for a while. Well, something that's kind of funny to me is watching like for the most part, most of the platforms I use are older than me, or they're very close to being around my age. But it's kind of funny being a very early adopter for Discord. Because, let's see, Discord came out, so Discord was in like early stages around like 2015, I think. If you joined in like 2015, I think you have that early adopter badge or whatever it's called. So I think I joined early 2016. And so being on Discord since 2016, let's see, 2016, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, almost, yeah, wow, Discord's almost a decade old. Now I feel really weird. But, it's crazy to me, this is like one of the very few platforms that I've actually grown up with that, you know, I wasn't like too young to really know about. And it has been so crazy watching Discord go from like a small thing for like little communities of like gamers and stuff to degenerate central and like one of the most popular like conversation, I don't know, like what the word, like messaging apps among our generation. It's so funny because like while I was still in school, I'd be on Discord, and this was like still in the 2010s, and people had no idea what Discord was, and now everyone knows what Discord is, and they think everyone on it is a sick degenerate freak, and like I honestly can't even blame them. Oh man. Why'd all the degenerates have to join Discord? That's the problem. All the degenerates joined. It's like the new Kick, almost. Like, it's got, like, that anonymity to it. It's got that, like... it's got, like, all the, like, anywhere you go, if you're a minor, you're not safe. Like, it's very similar in a way. God. I'm gonna be old enough to drink by the time Forces turns 10. Oh my god. God, I'm old. I just became able to drink last month. And it's funny, chat. I like how I was gonna, like, drink the I think I did have something to drink like on my birthday, but I actually just haven't had anything to drink since. I'm not really a drinker, if I'm being honest. Like, it's kind of like haha funny or like a social thing if I do, but I just have such a low tolerance to literally anything I put in my body that I don't know. It's too risky. I actually did drink at a party not too long ago, and I literally had one bottle. Mono opened up something to drink. Yep, that's exactly what I did. It was near full. I felt so bad. I felt like I just like wasted so much because I took a few sips and I went to sleep. Like, but yeah, we were at a party and I didn't even like get through one drink. And it wasn't like a high percentage either. And I was like, we had to go home after that. I wasn't like puking or anything, thankfully, but I was very out of it. It was kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know. I think I just have too low of a tolerance to really, quote unquote, enjoy alcohol. Plus, it's also just like, I honestly don't really get the point of drinking something that tastes like shit on purpose. I'm very much someone who likes to eat and drink things that taste good. If it tastes bad, I don't want it. No chance for you to be an alcoholic. Yeah, no, literally. One bottle and I'm done, so. Even one can and I'm done. The problem is, like, I can get a slight tolerance, but it's gonna take, like, multiple days of drinking to get a tolerance. And it's like, I just don't really care to put myself through that for no reason, you know? Why would I do that if there's not really a reason to? You know? That's the way I see it. But with that said, I think we're done with this Griffin, guys. Like, I don't really see what else we would do here. Not gonna lie. This looks done. Chat, what do we think? I have to make sure I save the files correctly, but I think that's number one. We've gotten one out of the two done for this stream. I like this Griffin a lot, actually. So I'm gonna be putting this up on my Ko-Fi shop. So let me save the flat color file and the shaded file. I'm not gonna be putting it up on the shop right now, but if you're in the Discord, if you have the new adopts ping, you'll see it soon enough. Oh shit! I gotta put my whatchamacallit. You would start drinking if there was shadow whiskey. Ah, I hate that you're right too. You're right, and that's the problem. Yeah, they gotta release some Sonic branded alcohol. There you go. That'll turn me into a drinker. That's the trick. Like, I'm unfortunately so gullible to Sonic the Hedgehog marketing. Just slap Sonic on something and you'll probably get me to take, like, cocaine. Not really. Would you do cocaine if Sonic the Hedgehog was on it? I'd do drugs if they slap the Chaotix logo on them. Real. Hey, the Chaotix probably need the profits anyway. They need the money. It's like you're supporting a small business. Ain't I right? Silver branded weed? Nah, that shit's probably gonna suck. Sorry, that's mean. I would take some Blaze branded weed. Speaking of weed, I got something funny for y'all. If you go into the... I don't know if anyone's really looked at my toy house. Probably not, because I don't really tell people to. But... there's a character of mine on my toy house, and if you find it... good job. I have a character who sells quote-unquote soul flower. They're part of my Sonic AU, actually. And soul flower definitely doesn't mean anything whatsoever. They're one of my characters who lives in Imperial City I actually don't know if I've updated their page to say that yet, but their page will say it eventually. Alright, let's put this here. Soul post. Exactly, it's funny, it works. Alright, export. Alright, Griffin OC preview. So this is the preview file for the listing. And then when someone buys it, they'll get this one. So Griffin shaded. And then oop, wrong one. And then I'll include this one as well, so that they have the flat colors. Griffin flats. Okay, sweet. So that's all of the files. Alright, so yeah, once I am off a stream, I'll put that up for sale on my Ko-Fi, if anyone's so inclined to snag this Griffin for themselves. I had fun with this one. I like it. It's a little bit out of my, like, usual, but I think that's a good thing. Anywho, well, I think it's around time that I start working on the second half of this stream. But before then, let me take a few sips of my soda. Yep, it's Jester Sonic time! Damn, I just watched the views go up in real time. Y'all like Jester Sonic that much? I'm kidding. That's just how it updated. Coincidence. But, yeah. So like I was saying earlier, I kind of messed up on the where these patterns go, because his sleeves have two different patterns. So I had to flip the image so it's correct. So I had written in what patterns were gonna go here because I was too lazy to sketch them in, because I was working on this like right before stream. And I won't lie, I wasted a lot of time actually playing Minecraft and Animal Jam earlier instead of drawing. And I realized, I was like, oh shit, I need to get something together for stream, so this is a little bit rushed, but it's okay. But I figure we can finish this out today. Did I get I need to pull up his reference though. Cause he has like too many, like, I don't remember. I need a reference. Hold on. Let me get his reference, so I'm not looking like an idiot. Where is his I downloaded it. There it is. Okay. Clownery time. Alright. Let's see. Hi, I'm drawing half avocado cookie from Cookie Run Kingdom while watching your stream. Love the art, by the way. Thank you. Best of luck with your art as well. I'm just here because I like hearing your streams while I'm working. It seems like a lot of people do that. I appreciate it though. Thank you. Alright. So, the only thing is this is really like, I need the colors, but okay, hold on. Let me just like get like kind of like a palette from this guy, and then I'll like probably lower his opacity. Sorry, I'm thinking about how I want to do this. So like I was saying earlier, I was thinking I would do this lineless, because I don't like doing liner, and I miss doing things in a lineless style. I haven't done lineless in forever, probably. I do not like that yellow. Let me try to get a different one. Okay, that's a good tan. Yellow. This yellow is really weird. I might change it, to be honest. I guess it's okay. If I need to change the yellow, I will. Just to make it more, like, coherent. Not coherent. Cohesive. Cohesive. Coherent. Bleh. Whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to color pick from the middle, but it's, like, kind of difficult. I'm doing my best, though. Alright. Let's get this. Let's get the green of his eyes. I'm probably not gonna like use these exactly as they are. I just need some kind of color reference. Night shift be damned, I'll find ways to listen to cool streamers. Real. Night shift is a bummer. I gotta go back in tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm so done with this job, for real. Oh well, it's okay. It's okay. He's got a really interesting color palette here. Like, he's got nearly a rainbow. Red, no orange, yellow, green. I guess they kind of went with the rule of use every color but one. You know? That's kind of what I'm realizing. They kind of used literally every color except orange. So he's like a near rainbow design. Alright, interesting. Now some lesser artists would say, ew, this is just DeviantArt core. I say, actually, that's a valid palette. Oh, brown. There's also brown. Let me... Yeah, I'm probably gonna hue shift these a little, like make them look a little better together, because this is just a render, and like, I don't know, renders don't always give me the best colors, I've noticed. Color picking from them. Casual art tips with mono. Don't always trust the colors from renders, sometimes they look like shit. Not always, not always. They're a good guideline, at least in my opinion. Alright, this is gonna be fun. I'm planning, like, so many- oh god. I might be, like, subjecting myself to torment if I'm doing this lineless. It's fine. I do a lot of things for you people. Actually, no I don't. Honestly, I don't really do a lot for you people. Alright. Instead of just, like, coloring blindly, I'm gonna try to actually... I'm gonna attempt to do this somewhat decently. Do I have a stabilizer I can turn on for this? Hold on. Okay. I turned up my stabilizer a little bit. I usually have it very low, but I need some clean work here. Let me move that so you can see it. I hate when my stuff is like... Especially with lineless, having to clean up a bunch is like super annoying. Ah! I have the wrong eraser. This is already gonna drive me crazy. And then I'm gonna look at the final piece and it's gonna be like impossible to see. But this is gonna drive me crazy. It's been a bit since I did lineless art, to be honest. It's okay. I just need to like get back into the the swing of it. That's all I really gotta do. It's a bit hard to color pick with a mechanical pencil. Real. I have school presentation tomorrow, guys. Wish me luck. Good luck. Ugh, presentations. Never fun, but you got this. I remember when I used to add a million colors to my OCs for realists before I learned about making a decent color palette. Oh yeah, when I was... It's funny. I feel like I never really changed my color, preferences. But I did, over time, learn how to pick palettes better. Because it's like, I've always, if you look at my really, really old art from when I was a kid, my OCs have always had, very contrasting, bright-ish colors. Usually, bright colors and black. It was only as I got older that I realized that neon and black colors won't work in every situation. But I still love those colors. Those are some of my favorites. So, now I do like to make characters with high contrast and stuff. Or just a lot of, standout colors. But now that I'm a little bit older, a little bit wiser, a little bit older, I can balance it a little bit better. And make things that, actually look good. Or at least I hope they do. Hello, I like books. I remember you. Probably because of your name. Sometimes I remember people, sometimes I don't. It's funny, I do watch my VODs. So sometimes I'll realize someone was there before and I just didn't realize. But I remember you. Hello. Welcome. Did a presentation on the history of Mr. Beast. Oh my god. No way. That's crazy. Honestly, you know what? Based, though. A little unfortunate that that may not have aged very well, but... Hey, it was a different time. It was a different time. At least you weren't one of the kids who came in with, like, a dream hoodie. Let's be honest. Did I ever tell you guys? Funny story. You know, looking back, I realize this may make me look kind of bad because how was I getting bullied by a dream stand? But yeah, one of my high school bullies was a dream stand. It was like really cringe. Like, how are you like stalking me on social media? Like, she wouldn't even bully me in real life. Oh my god. Like, how are you gonna try to be a bully? Like, you want to be a bully so fucking bad, but you can't even, you're like literally too socially anxious to even bully me in real life. That's crazy. That's crazy. And she was a dream stand. But, no, she would like find a problem with like literally anything I posted. It was wild. She would like, she was kind of one of those, like, how do I describe it without sounding, this is one of those difficult like things to talk about because if I don't word myself correctly, I could come off in a way I don't want to come off. Like, how do I word the way she acted? It was giving very... No, I feel like this doesn't make me sound bad. Like, okay. Very performative activism. I feel like at the time people weren't very, like, people didn't call this shit out, or they like kind of shat on people who did call out performative activism as being like really BS, but she was one of those types. The like the performative activism, the like, I don't want to say social justice because I feel like that has so many like bad, you know, things to it now, but like she would find a problem with literally anything I posted, and all I ever posted on Instagram was like just like random little rambles and like my outfits that I would go thrifting, and you know, I would thrift clothes. Okay, how the hell are you a performative activist and you have a problem with someone who thrifts their damn wardrobe? sorry, that's so stupid. But you know, I would just like, you know, post my fits, stuff like that. She always had a problem with me, and I genuinely, I don't want to like, oh, my music looped. Okay, do we want the music to change, or are we okay with the loop? I'll ask chat. Do we want different music, or should I keep it? Because it just looped. What was I saying? Crap, I don't remember what I was saying, but sorry, yeah, the music just like popped on in my ears and I just completely forgot my train of thought. Loop? We're good with it? Or do we want to change it? Change or keep? That's what I'm asking. Play Minecraft Alpha music? Maybe. I don't even know how this song goes. I don't know why I'm doing that. Did I have? I think I had something else downloaded. I can see what I have. 2 hours of shadow music. Adventurous Pokemon. Okay, here we go. I'll change the music real quick. Hold on. I got you. I got you, chat. I'm gonna change it. Here we go. Boom. Yeah, I completely lost my train of thought. My bad. But no, so oh, here we go. I do know what I was talking about though. Let me know if that's too loud. I can change. I can make it quieter. But yeah, so this girl, she, so the boiling point, when she finally stopped, like, harassing me constantly, when she stopped trying to make literally everything I did problematic. Like, and I'm not a right-wing person. I'm not, like, I get scared to, like, talk about this kind of stuff because it makes me sound like I feel like people assume, oh, you don't agree with someone who's a leftist, then that means you're not left. And it's like, no. She was a crazy psycho who, like, weaponized progressive stuff, you know? It wasn't like actual activism or anything. It was like just weaponizing things to make herself feel better. But the boiling point was when she I forget what exactly happened. I guess she got mad because I think I said some, like, really, like, basic, like, yeah. Like, I forget how this even came up, but I was like, yeah, being, like, fat isn't healthy. I didn't shame anyone. I didn't come at anyone, but, you know, I was just like, yeah, it's just not healthy. Like, I think I was talking about, like, at the time, there was a lot of, like, fat positivity stuff. And, you know, I feel like nowadays I've kind of chilled out. I don't really care. But, you know, at the time, I was seeing a lot of unhinged stuff. That was like 2020. So, like, there were a lot of just, like, extreme things going around. I don't know. But I was just like, yeah, I feel like that's not really healthy to promote that as, like, something you should want long term. And don't get me wrong, like, I have educated myself a lot on, like, reasons people end up being overweight and, like, all of that. Like, trust me, like, I understand. I just, at the time, I was a little bit younger. I was still in high school. I said, and that was all I said. It was just unhealthy. I didn't say it directly to her. I simply said it in a public space, and she fucking came in my DMs. It's so funny. She's the type of person who gets called, basically she called it body shaming, blah blah blah. She'd call all of my posts body checking because I'm skinny. I never said anything about being skinny. I just posted outfits. To post the outfit, you generally wear the outfit. So she was the kind of person who'd get pissed because I was a skinny person posting in clothes, even though I never, like, called attention. Like, I didn't make it about being skinny whatsoever. I said, hey, look at this cool fit. But, yeah, so that was interesting. Yeah, she, like, thin shamed me. She was like, oh, you're ugly, your fits suck, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, huh. It's so interesting, you know, how someone who's supposedly about body positivity, you know, the second it's let's flip it around, you know, like it's just kind of silly. Like, if you're all for body positivity, then I think that also means you shouldn't be shaming people based on, you know, the opposite. But at the time, it really was, like, kind of sucky for, like, me, because I didn't really have a lot of people to talk to, and it was like, it felt so shitty because, like, it was one of those things where, because of how the online climate was, I didn't feel like I could talk about it without people being like, oh, so you're, like, playing victim, or, like, skinny people don't have it as bad, like, they don't get shamed as bad. And it's like, okay, well, but the thing is, just being a woman online in general, you're gonna get comments about your body. And it's like, it's horrible. It sucks. I don't like it. But oh wait, no. I'm doing this right. Okay, anyway. But yeah, it was like, especially, like, being young, and, like, I was already not in a good place at that time because I actually had a really bad infection. When I mentioned that I had an infection for a year, that was during that time, and I had lost even more weight because of I was literally, like, physically sick. I could have actually died. And this chick comes up in my DMs all pissed off because how dare How dare I be lighter? And apparently just posting online and being a certain weight means you're shaming other people automatically, that you're like body checking and making people feel bad about themselves on purpose. Like, no, girl. I realize now as an adult, I realize now she was projecting like crazy. Like, I ain't gonna call her out on how she looked or anything, but man, that's wild. But also, it just like sucked because it felt like at the time there was no one I could really talk about it to, because so many people's reaction to that kind of thing, like, I feel like things are a little more balanced nowadays. People will acknowledge, like, yeah, skinny people can also get shamed. Like, people do acknowledge it now. I mean, there's still a lot of shitty mentalities out there that of people who are like, oh, like, you have it better, like, blah, blah, blah. Now, it happens regardless of your weight. But, yeah, it was interesting. That's the story of how I got bullied by a dream stan. It was basically because, oh no, I'm skinny and don't like Dream. I've always been vocal about how I don't like Dream. Oh no, God forbid. Aren't I the devil? Crazy. And I won't lie, ever since then I've not, like, I especially did not like Dream stands, but it wasn't just her. It was other ones too. Like, I will admit I did have a bias after that against Dream stands, but then I saw how the other ones were acting and I was like, nah, my bias was right. This is the one time I had this is the one time where I think I got a bias on Dream stands and it's fine. I'm so glad he fell off, bro. I've been talking about him a lot lately. Honestly, I don't need him being rent-free. So, I'm probably not gonna bring him up after this, but yeah, funny story. Just funny story. One of my high school bullies was a Dream stan who believed that skinny people posting themselves at all was fat shaming. In my class, there's a guy who always tries to be the class clown. Oh god. I hate those types, actually. But ends up being annoying. And when he does something wrong, he blames it on another person. Oh god. See, it's so stupid, too. Because it's like, I won't lie, I have had funny class clowns in my, like, in my school before. Like, when I used to go. Like, I'm not saying all class clowns are unfunny, but the ones who try hard it are the worst. Oh, they're so bad. They're like infuriatingly cringe. Cringe culture is dead until it's that, being a class clown, because oh boy. Some of them had it naturally, a lot of them did not. At least in my school, they thought they were so funny. No, they were really insufferable. I always made fun of my sister for being a fan of Dream. It's okay to like Dream unless you're being a jackass about it. It just sucks that so many were jackasses about it. I remember everyone in school was talking about his face reveal. Oh god. It's funny too, because looking back at his face reveal, that kind of thing, I think if he just moved his head at least once, people would have been a little more normal about it. I think the issue was the insistence on keeping the head like that. Because that's just like, it kind of became like meme material immediately. Maybe that was intentional, I don't know. But I think if he had just moved the chin a little bit, just spoke a little more naturally to the camera, hopefully that would have done it. Hopefully, no, not hopefully. Sorry, no. I've been fucking hoping for his downfall. I don't know why I said hopefully. Class clown made my teacher crash out. Oh god. That's what the point of the mask is. That's what the point of my ass is. I like that version of the song, personally. I think they made it really good. I highly recommend listening to the Sus remix. It's beautiful. Truly, they took something so not even mediocre, just horrible, and they made it so beautiful. Good for them. Man. It is kind of funny that he put the mask back on, though. It's giving Infinite. Yo, no way. We were talking about how pathetic Infinite is earlier. No way. Is this like Dreams Persona is Infinite? I think that'd be funny, actually. Actually, yeah. Wait. Let's think about this. Because, yeah, like, everything Infinite does, like, I mean, he kind of, like, I mean, I see the similarities. I see some similarities between Infinite and Dream. You know what? I could see Infinite being his persona. I'm not weak, Dream. Never show your face around here again. Shadow is literally just the entire internet, and he puts the mask back on. No way I joined the Infinite slander. It's even worse. I'm saying that Dream could be Infinite. Why did I? No, okay, I think it looks fine. That's fine. As a retired class clown, I just had to open my mouth and say something, and the whole class would have been laughing and confused because I went to school dressed like a weeb. Dude, that reminds me. There was somebody in my school who, looking back, like, at the time, I didn't really realize how gross this was. If I'm being completely honest, this was one of those, like, mono doesn't have social awareness moments. Because there was this dude in one of my art classes who one day just decided, no, multiple days, decided to show up to school in the Ahegao hoodie. Y'all remember those? Like, the faces, the black and white faces all over the hoodie. Those? Remember those? Yeah, this dude actually came to school dressed in one, like, multiple times, and, like, yeah. Yeah. I'm not really sure how he didn't get dress coded, because, like, a lot of people knew what it was, you know? And people would try to tell the teachers, hey, this is kind of inappropriate, but I guess none of them saw it as what it was, even though there were literally, like, I'm gonna just be straight up and say, like, I mean, as straight up as I can on YouTube, I'm just gonna straight up say there was evidence on the mouths of the girls. And I guess none of them saw that and thought it was, like, clothing that shouldn't be worn to school. I don't know. Like, it's so weird because looking back, I kind of just, like, at the time, I laughed it off. I was like, this guy's wearing something, like, stupid. But, you know, it's kind of crazy, like, because looking back, I'm like, wow, that was actually really disgusting. Like, he was, I think he was in, like, a grade or two above me. Like, he was either a junior or a senior. So, I feel like that kind of makes it, like, extra gross. Like, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I don't know. You're at school, bro. Like, I'm not saying, like, clothes like that can't be, like, funny in some situations, but, like, maybe not at school, dude. Like, I don't know. There's a time and a place, and that time and place is very fucking rare for clothes like that, but it ain't school, bro. It ain't school. Vapor 95 fell off because they stalked that stuff. Ew. being a Sonic fan in public was worth the dress code. Oh my god. And the same thing is at least one person or multiple people in the world have worn that hoodie unironically. I know. I can't imagine wearing it unironically like that guy was. Like that guy. I don't think that guy was wearing it ironically. I'm sorry. Like, the fact he wore it multiple days, that's the thing. That's the thing. If it were like a one-off, like he thought he was being hilarious by doing that, then yeah. But like, no, this guy came to school wearing it like 7 different times. A week's worth. And somehow never got dress coded. And yeah, I got dress coded once because, God forbid, it was a hot, muggy summer and I took off my hoodie and I happened to have a tank top on underneath and oh, my bra strap was showing. Boom. Dress coded. Fucking detention for a day. But this guy can show up 7 different times in a hoodie that's literally only made to be like that. Bruh. Bruh. Moment. Man. People are like freaking, they're concerned about litter boxes in the schools. Can we be concerned about people doing that? I don't know, something that actually happens. Cause I don't know. It's so silly. Or like, I don't know, like the violence in the schools. We could focus on that, but you know. In America, we don't care about that kind of thing, apparently. I'm just so thankful that I never had to be in one of those things I can't bring up. But I'm very, very thankful, at least, living in like such like a gun-toting area of the country that I never had to deal with that. I did have one very close to my school though, so that was fun. I think we were on lockdown that day. School dress codes are weird as hell, not gonna lie. They really are. Like, they're really unbalanced. At my school, they claimed that the dress code was enforced equally, but it really wasn't. They claimed, oh, it's the same for everyone, but like dudes would be running around in gym like shirts off. But, and I'm not saying that it wasn't hot in there and I see why they were doing it, but you know, when a chick can't do that, when it is against the rules, like it's just like really frustrating. Because, you know, the second a girl were to take off, you know, were to do that just to cool down, it's a problem. Like, ugh. I hate how uneven they are. Like, it's very, yeah. I don't know. I mean, nobody likes a school dress code. There's not a lot to say. Some dude changed pants middle of class? Bruh. What? What on earth? Where I'm from, we got to wear uniforms. I only ever went to one uniform school very briefly, and it was so ass because they were like really backwards. They like expected girls to wear skirts, and I didn't want to wear a skirt, so I wore shorts. And yeah, I got kind of like treated weird for it. It was kind of stupid. Like, bruh, maybe I just don't want to wear a freaking skirt. I like skirts now, but I was a little bit more of a tomboy back then. I still am. I've embraced more of the femininity. Once I was in robotics after school class, and this one kid asked me for my phone password, and I gave it to him because he was my friend, and he started to call his brother and saying he was adopted. What? That's wild. In all seriousness, how the hell did he wear that and not get dress code? I don't know. Like, that's the crazy thing. They would dress code the girls immediately. Like, the second they walked in the door. But that was fine, apparently. He's no longer my friend. Hypothetically, if you wanted to join your Discord server, how do you join the server? I have the invite link is in the description under this. I would rather wear my own clothes to school. Real, same. Oh wait, I read that. My Hyrax is literally that one Mort quote: when we go over the wall, go for the males first. Shudder Wickets, oh my god. Makes you think how dress codes exist, and I see the school gym. I know! Like, another thing that gets me, and, like, I've never been a cheerleader, so, like, you know, whatever. But it's, like, wild to me how the cheerleading uniform, like, at least at my school, they were only allowed to wear it during, like, a game or whatever. Like, if there was a game that day, they were allowed to wear their uniform, but their uniform is completely out of dress code. So they got the exception during events like that. But then they had to, like, immediately, like, they couldn't have it any other time. They only could have it. Like, I don't know, that's so weird to me. I feel like that goes to show something's wrong with the dress code. If you have... What is my... 2 socks? Are you good? 2 socks? Don't tell me you're... Please don't be puking. I don't know where you are, but you made a sound and it sounds like you're puking. 2 socks. Where are you? Where is my cat? You good? Okay, okay. Sorry. I thought he was puking for a second. I didn't want to deal with cat puke in the middle of stream. Anyway. Sorry. I feel like that's I feel like how do you... Sorry. I like slow down, gather my thoughts again. Like, I just don't get how you can have a rule like that. You have to make an exception to the rule for classic cheerleader uniforms to be worn within your dress code. And, like... But, like, I don't know. Like, they can't wear it any other time. Like, I feel like that's how you know something's wrong with the rules. Because why are you making them wear something that's the exception? Like, and I don't know. It's just silly. Like, something that's not even in dress code. Like, at that point, it's just, like, one or the other, you know? That's the way I see it. One or the other. Just pick one. 'Cause... Hi! Come on! Aw, he's on my lap! Hello! 2 Socks is here, and he is on my lap. Hello, boy. What's up? Aw, you gonna lay down? I'm drawing right now, so... You can either stay up here and lay down, or you can jump back down. Aww. I can't pet you forever. I gotta keep drawing. Aw, you're so sweet. Aw. My cat's being adorable right now. Oh, I just realized this is on the same layer as the palette. Oops. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. When I was in kindergarten, this dude bit me, and the teachers didn't call my mom. They gave him a 5-minute timeout, and when I told my mom I needed a shot... Yeah, what the hell? Especially, like, if blood was drawn. Because human bites are, like, real nasty, and, like, if you're a kid, you don't have a good immune system yet. That's scary that they didn't tell anyone. Wild, actually. Alright. I'm gonna lower the opacity just a little bit more, and then we're gonna go in. Aww, who's a good kitty? Sorry. Trying not to be distracted, but the cat's currently cuddled up to me. Aww, hello. He's probably gonna start biting me here soon. You're so cute. Oh my god. It's so funny. 2 Socks really likes getting like super close to me whenever I'm like talking to like people on the phone or like on a video call. I've noticed with streaming too, he also likes to get in my lap sometimes. Not as often, but whenever he hears me just like talking to seemingly, like in his eyes, seemingly no one, he always comes over. It's adorable. Love him for it. Oh, trust me, I'm not gonna stop petting him. I'm like working one-handed right now. That sounds horrible out of context. Don't take that out of context. I'm petting the cat. He just wants attention. Yes, he does. 'Cause he's adorable. This is what he does when Milk's not home, too. It's so funny. I don't know if I've ever, like, really described it, but So Milk has had two socks ever since like a long time, like his whole life basically. Two socks his whole life. And I only showed up in Two Socks' life about 3 years ago now. So it's very funny the way Two Socks acts with me. He's very, very lovey. And like, there's been multiple times where he'll just like, okay, something he would do is Two Socks like likes to lay on me like a lot. And he'll chill out on me, like I can kind of like get comfortable and stuff and like shift around if I need to while Two Socks is laying on me and he won't move. But if Two Socks lays on Milk and he moves on Muscle, Two Socks is gone. Like Two Socks is like 10 or 11 years old and I've only known him for a few years of his life. And I won't lie, Two Socks is kind of a fake bitch to Milk. Cause he acts way more like outwardly lovey with me. And it's funny because it's like he gets it, like Two Socks gets embarrassed sometimes because he'll get all cuddly and like he'll be all over me while Milk happens to be home. And then Milk will like walk into the room and Two Socks bolts as if he's like embarrassed to be caught. It's so funny. Aww. You getting cozy? You're so cute. Aww. He's rubbing his head on the arm of the chair. It's cute. Let's see. Reading chat. My friend broke his wrist and none of the teachers really cared. What? Blood was drawn and it was swelling. I have a terrible immune system as I just recovered from mono, pneumonia, and bronchitis. Holy crap. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad, at least from the sound of it, it sounds like it didn't have, like, long consequences, but wow, that's awful. Holy crap. When one of my classmates was in kindergarten, a teacher locked him up for the rest of the day until his mom came to the school and found him in that room, and they left out of school. I think that's just child abuse. What? How are you gonna lock a kid in a room and leave them there? That's crazy. Man. What breed is Two Socks? He is... we're not 100% sure, but he's a pretty big cat. So, we actually did like a little scanner thing on him at one point. I don't know how accurate those are. But I've kind of looked up. He seems like he's probably a mix of some sort, but we're thinking maybe like Norwegian forest cat. Cause if you look online, you look on Google Images, you can find ones that look like him. He's a larger cat. He's not like Maine Coon sized. That's why we don't think he's a Maine Coon. But he's definitely a bigger cat. Like he's not even just like, we call him fat as a joke, but like he's actually just like a bigger cat than most. Then again, this cat also likes to eat a lot. He looked at me. But yeah, we're thinking Norwegian forest cat is probably the closest match for him, breed-wise. Let's see. Some guy did a presentation about Andrew Tate. He's a supporter, always called it the top G. Man. Alright. As someone in the LGBTQ community myself, the Andrew Tate cult is so like, it's just so gay. Just genuinely. I don't understand how they're like that and they don't see how gay it is. as a queer person myself, just putting it out there. Yeah. All right. My construction cussed a lot. but no one really cared because he's a construction teacher. I had a social studies teacher. I think he really tried to catch our attention by cursing, because he'd be like, shut the fuck up, when the class was being loud out of nowhere, and like obviously everyone would shut up because like, oh my god, a teacher is swearing. It was kind of funny. You getting up? Oh, I think the cat's leaving. School is prison, they both have solitary. I remembered how my science teacher swore at me. I snitched to my mom, she took me out of the school. Damn. My mom didn't care like that. She cussed at me in front of, like, she cussed in front of me all the time, and, she was with the roller derby team for a while, so obviously I was kind of encountering that pretty much daily. So she definitely didn't, like, care about, like, curse words and stuff, which is, like, man, I kind of wish she did sometimes, because it's actually really hard for me to not be, like, a sailor mouth. And, like, I'm over here trying to make this YouTube thing work, and, like, it's really hard not to curse. Ruh-roh. Skill issue. Wanting to be called an alpha man. Oh, exactly! Wanting to be called an alpha male by other men sounds gay. It does! Like, why do you want male validation so bad? It kind of sounds like a closet situation. I don't know though. I'm not a gay man, so I wouldn't know how that dynamic, how that works, but it's just a vibe I get personally. Man. Alright, let me, like, just to make sure. Okay, good. I'm trying to make sure. So with lineless art, one of the big things for me is making sure everything is, like, crisp. Because if it's not, it will screw up everything if it isn't. Oops. Can I? No. Yes. There. I'm trying to smooth this out just a teeny bit. With lineless, you gotta have it clean, man. Like, I don't know, Andrew Tate stuff just kind of seems like closeted gay man's outlet. I don't know. That's just me though. Like, I can't diagnose anyone with gay, but I mean, growing up, I grew up in the South where there were a lot of homophobic attitudes, and like trying not to internalize that stuff gets pretty hard. So I will say it's definitely not uncommon, even now, even though like a lot of like acceptance, there's a lot of, you know, a lot of good, there's still a lot of homophobia out there, and a lot of people don't feel safe coming out. And does that excuse shitty actions, shitty behavior? Absolutely not. But I will at least say, as someone who lived in the South and is somewhat familiar with people who kind of go into certain ideologies because they're either repressing themselves or, you know, that they have that like internal, that self-hate, like, ugh. It sucks because it's like a lot of people don't talk about that kind of stuff. They don't want to. Oops. Which is, it's a very difficult subject to talk about that you have to tread very lightly on, and honestly, I'm probably not even that qualified to talk about it, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But I genuinely would not be surprised if in a few years from now we start hearing from people who were like into Andrew Tate. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually we start hearing about like people who did it because they were closeted and didn't, you know, they either didn't want to accept themselves or they couldn't be accepted in their community or whatever. Just putting it out there. But I'm not like a psychologist or anything, so, you know, don't take what I'm saying as like, this is how it is, you know. I'm just a fucking Sonic YouTuber. And as I've said before, don't listen to us. Oh man, talk about scrolling into a deep convo. We talk about just about anything on these streams, to be honest. I'm gonna take the headphones off my ears. They hurt. Ooh, ow. Boy, am I glad I don't have a microphone attached to that anymore. Makes me so happy. Fun fact, I was nonverbal when I was a kid, and in the middle of a grocery store, and I just suddenly yelled, fuck, and my mom be more shocked. She's like, oh my god, that was our first word. That's amazing. Honestly based that your first word was fuck. Never take a YouTuber's advice. A YouTuber. Exactly. Exactly. Birdie hurts with people like that. I worked with kids a few years back when the whole mega mask thing was starting up. Oh god. Y'all remember fucking Super Straight? I'm so glad that went away. I never hear someone say they're super straight anymore. That stuff sounded so stupid. I'm sorry. Had to coach a bunch of kids out of that pipeline. Yeah, it's really a shame. Like, it's so stupid. Like, my generation, Gen Z, now, like, the oldest of us, I don't know why someone would be having kids in this climate, but the oldest of us, some of us are having kids now, and it's like, Gen Z knows what it's like to let your kids have unrestricted internet access and how bad and harmful it is, and yet I'm seeing more and more kids with phones, like, super young, and, like, it's so easy for them to fall into a lot of really bad mindsets, and it's like, it really sucks, because, like, even just, like, growing up online, like, I'll admit, like, I've also been exposed to a lot of bad stuff, and, you know, being a fucking kid, I didn't always know how bad certain things were until, I mean, thankfully, I'm someone who eventually questions things. I'm someone who, like, I don't stay caught up in those kind of things, but I will admit it has happened, especially when I'm younger, and it's like, it's like so frustrating how often it happens and how bad it is, and it's like, I still see so many, like, Gen Z parents who should know, and they just don't seem to really care enough to, like, not give their kids unrestricted internet access, and it's like, wow. I don't know. Sexuality's aligned, mine is non-existent. Vendetta would just get my high rank chucked under the checker back like a basketball. I'm also Gen Z 20, and one of my high school classmates had a baby, and I was like, hello girl, you're 19, your age still ends in teen, why are we having kids? Dude, someone in my school, someone like that, like, very similar situation. It's funny because, I was only really following her on Instagram because she was also alternative, goth chick, you know. I was like, that's cool, let's follow each other. She followed me, I followed back. But I don't really check I don't really check stories that often. I don't really check a lot of stuff on my personal Instagram. But one day, I just, like, open her story and I see, oh my god, she's pregnant. And I'm like, you're still a teenager. How? Why? Why? Mainly just why? Like, I don't know, man. Why? I guess to each their own, but, like, I couldn't do it in this climate. Not that I would do it ever, if I'm being completely honest. I'm happy being not a mom. I would rather not be called mommy in any scenario. That, ew, it just grosses me out, you know? What's it called? Like, tocophobia or something? I kind of suspect I have something to do with that, because, like, pregnancy really grosses me out on, like, a level I can't even, like, properly explain. Like, I feel physically ill looking at, seeing, even just the mention, you know? But yeah, she started, like, pregnant posting, like, a lot, and, like, just posting about it all the time. Like, that kind of became her entire social media presence. And it's like, I feel bad because it's like, I did eventually unfollow her. Partially just because of, like, mostly just because I felt physically sick looking at the post, you know. it wasn't her problem. It was just I really don't do well looking at pregnancy. Like it just, ugh. But her entire account also just became about being pregnant, and that also just kind of like turned me off, because I was like, oof, like damn, you used to post like really cool alternative outfits and stuff, and like now you kind of only post about I have a kid coming, and it's like I feel bad unfollowing, you know? But at the same time, I didn't really know her that well. To be honest, like to be completely honest, we didn't really know each other that much. And I was just like, you know what? Like, you kind of don't post anything I want to look at. You kind of only post things that make me feel sick. I'm sorry, like, it is completely natural, but I just can't stand it. No shame, it's just, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't want to open Instagram and feel sick, so I ended up unfollowing and just completely like muting her account just in case it still showed up with her belly posts. And yeah, I never heard from her since. So hopefully, you know, she's doing well with the kid. I don't have any ill will, but yeah, the tokophobia, I believe is what it's called, is just e. I don't when your whole account becomes all about it, I can't do it. I can't, like, stomach it. Let me read chat. Nice courage. I do not understand it either. I hate my generation sometimes, and I'm really going what the fuck, like, early. It also just, like, kind of surprised me, too. Like, again, I'm not shaming, but, like, it kind of surprised me seeing an alternative chick also just, like, so quickly becoming pregnant during like a time like this, like right out of high school, boom, gets pregnant. And like I'm just like, I don't know, like usually people who are like alternative are like generally like pretty left-leaning, generally pretty aware of what's going on in the world, and I'm just like, I don't know, how can you be aware of what's going on right now with like just how, like, this isn't even like a typical like, oh, things are bad, right? No, things are bad. Like, this isn't being dramatic. Like, if you have kids, are they even gonna be, like, around in a few years? Genuinely. Like, and, you know, a lot of people, it does prevent them. Like, that knowledge does prevent them from having kids. But I was just, like, kind of surprised, because I feel like a lot of alternative people kind of pride themselves on knowing a lot about how the world is, and, like, not wanting people to like suffer, and I don't know. It just felt weird. I'm not saying you can't be a alternative mom. It just felt weird is all. I'm just like, damn. Just damn. Like at the end of the day, it's just surprising. When my classmates made an edit with Funk for a group project and his group got a 6.5. What? That's funny. Funk is such a genre. Like, I don't know. Funk is a genre. What more can I say about funk? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's a genre, and I don't know. It kind of just exists, I guess. Then again, speaking of like weird music genres, I was watching a video the other day. Apparently there's a Roblox hardcore music scene or something like that. Like straight up in Roblox. I was watching a video on it and I was like, damn, like there's people who straight up are having like shows in Roblox now. Kind of like how Fortnite has their shows with like certain artists. Like that's a thing apparently. Apparently it's like a whole community that's been going on for a while, and it has like all this lore and stuff, and I was just watching this video on it and I was like, huh. You learn about something new every day. I mean, I guess I could understand like how like you would do something like that, you know? Like, I mean, shoot, when I was little I used to roleplay in one of those Roblox clothing groups, you know, with like a home store, and like you would pretend to be like an employee and stuff. It was funny. It was fun. Although some of the people took it just way too seriously, but it was fun outside of that. I made a whole presentation about Belle the Tinkerer. Got a 98 on that shit. Hell yes, that's awesome. When I was in middle school, and I won't lie, this is probably part of why I got bullied, but when I was in middle school, I had to do a project on, I think, you had to pick, you know how there's the rocks? There's like, I think my project was on igneous rocks. And like magma and like lava and just like anything to do with like volcanoes and like I think also igneous rocks. So my project that I did, I did it in like Google Slides, right? And every single slide I put Fennekin and Breakson gifs. Not gonna lie, in this situation I do see why I got bullied. But it was fun. It made the project, like, better for me. You know? Like, I don't know. It's easier for me to, like, work on things when I can, like, relate a special interest somehow. So that's what kind of made the project more bearable for me. Because I ain't interested in freaking lava and magma. Sorry. I don't really care about volcanoes that much. They're cool, but I don't care about them like that. So, yeah, I put Pokemon all over my project. And you know what? It made me happy. But, yeah, I got bullied. It'd be like that. I still really like Fennekin and Breakson, though. In my freshman year, almost every project I had at least one Sonic reference. Based. See, like, I like joy and whimsy. And I think all the people who were giving me shit for it suck. Cause like the chicken. Cause I was just having fun. I wasn't affecting them negatively whatsoever. I was having fun. You know what? It was joy and whimsy, and that's not my fault that they're not cool enough to like Pokemon. The Hyrax got her name. Her name is Vexy. Nice. I like that. But yeah, I think if you're a Pokemon hater, you suck. Dang, it's 5 o'clock. I expected it to start getting dark by now. I guess not. One of my favorites was when we had to make an old school catalog and I named it Julian Ivo Robotnik's catalog. That's awesome. I should check that Discord ping. I've had a Discord ping on my screen for the past 2 hours. I don't know what it is. Wow. I really wish people wouldn't ping me with such useless shit. Anyway, moving on. But, yeah. Shoot, I don't even remember what I was saying. Let me remember. I gotta remember real quick. Man. I don't get the people who just, like, bully others for... Oh no, you put Sonic in your school project. Oh no, you put Pokemon in your school project. You, like... God forbid. God forbid somebody wants to do something to make them happy. Like, oh my gosh. I don't know, it's so dumb. Like, what even is the counter argument, you know? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, I try to think about the other side on these kind of things. Like, like, is there a justification to be bullying people who do that? No, not that I can think of, like... Oh, it wasn't in the project outlines? So? I mean, in my school, people were misspelling basic words in their projects. At least mine had, like, actual grammar. Like, I feel like I'm allowed to put some silly things in my project. Considering at least I can spell. God forbid we have hobbies and things that make us happy. I know! something that this just like randomly reminded me, but like something that really bothers me is like the way that like even as a kid, even as a literal kid in school, I always felt discouraged from having hobbies. Like people would just treat you poorly if they knew you had a hobby. Like especially if it was like video game related. I don't know if this was more so because I'm a girl or what, but because I also, you know, living in the South, people do get like that. But I don't know, like it's so silly. Like even from a really young age, I noticed people around me would get really like about people just having hobbies. Like we were kids. Like I remember in middle school, I have an example. My Little Pony. I was literally the target demographic for My Little Pony, and I still got treated like I was into some like toddler shit. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Like something that's always frustrated me is just how much even like other kids will focus on like everyone needs to grow up, everyone has to have boring hobbies. Just because I'm an adult now doesn't mean I need to have boring hobbies. Like what? Now I'm an adult, so what do my hobbies need to be? What are my like legally required? Like what? Do I have to pick up, I don't know, knitting? Like okay, knitting is cool, but like am I just required to drop any interesting hobbies because all of a sudden I'm an adult? Like I'll never understand it. Like so many like people seem to try so hard to distance themselves from any hobbies. Whoops. The second they get older. Let's see. I just noticed the thing goes over his ear. Hold on. Sorry. Like, I don't know. It's just so silly to me. Maybe they should make adult hobbies more interesting if they want me to drop all my fucking supposedly childish ones. Like, maybe adult hobbies should be better. Maybe we should come up with better ones. Because, like, when I look at quote-unquote adult hobbies, I see shit like sports. And I'm sorry, but I'm not into watching men run around playing with balls. I'm not interested in that. I don't care. I do not care. So yeah, I'm gonna play my stupid hedgehog game because I don't want to watch that. I don't want that. That's lame. That's boring. Getting bullied for liking something that's made for your age range is insane. For real. For real. It's wild to me. Last year while making a group project, a girl and two guys started playing Dress to Impress and they slayed so much. That's awesome. Good for them. My birthday is in 4 months. I'm scared. I swear no one in my English class could read. I was the only one that could read. Oh my god. That reminds me. For some reason, in my English classes, I would always have these like really nice teachers. But they'd get treated like crap by the boys. Like a lot of the boys were just horrible in my school. Like, ugh. Horrible. High school boys. I do not. Oh, hi, Two Socks. He's back. Anyway. I had these like really like sweet, nice English teachers in school. I always got along so well with them. And yeah, a lot of the guys would treat like them like crap. But I won't lie, it was so satisfying when y'all know what popcorn reading is? By chance? Do you guys remember popcorn reading? It's where the teacher literally makes the class read lines out of like a text, usually like a book or something, one by one. And it's usually, okay, you need to read 2 sentences or something like that. I mean, it was annoying because you had to listen to people who couldn't read, but hearing these guys who would act so tough, so cool, or whatever they thought they were, you know, they thought they were so funny, It's so fucking hilarious hearing them struggle on like the most basic words. Like, oh, it gives me such evil joy. I love it. Like, as a kid who got bullied by a lot of those same guys, it was so amazing. Hearing them just stumble over, like, couldn't even say, like, there correctly. Or, like, what's that one, like, sentence that uses every letter? Like the quick brown fox or something? However it goes, they would stutter on every single word. And, like, that's not to shame people who struggle with reading, but when they're people who bully you, I think it's kind of okay to make fun of them a little. I'll be right back. My cat wants out. Oh, fuck. Bro, I opened the door for you and you run away. Do you want out or not? I'm not just gonna leave it open. Go. 2 seconds. Bro. Bruh. He scratched the door like he wanted out, but he turned around and ran off the second I opened it. It's like he doesn't want out. Okay. I'm gonna take that as you just wanted to annoy me. Tongue twisters? No, not tongue twisters. It was just like an example sentence. Tongue twisters, I mean, they'll mess most people up. It's even funnier when those kind of goes would go, what? What are we doing? And everyone thinks he's stupid. Like, I do feel bad for the people who actually struggled with reading out loud, because I won't lie. Like, it was a little bit difficult, too, because, like, I really, like, ooh, I don't like public speaking whatsoever, and, like, so I won't lie, popcorn reading was miserable for me, too, but it did make me happier. Knowing that guys who bullied me got to look stupid. Alright. Anyway. Okay, I think, yeah, like that's gonna be the way. And then I'll probably do the hands on like the topmost layer. Sorry, I'm just like thinking out loud about how I want to do this. Let's see. What's your favorite song? Shoot, I don't have one. I like too many. A song I really like. Because I don't have, I can't pick a favorite, it's impossible. What's a song I really like? I mean, the song that I kind of consider is like Vendetta's unofficial theme song, kinda, is Never Look Back by the Nearly Deads. I really like that song. Oh, my nose is stabbing. My favorite song is Sweet Jackie's Box. Oh god. Hello, DJB. Alright. How long have we been streaming? Oh my god. I don't know why it feels so much longer. Maybe it's because I, like, didn't really... I slept so weird, chat. Going to work tomorrow is gonna be a challenge. I won't lie. I've had such weird sleep. I've been playing Minecraft a lot, that's part of the problem. I'll admit this is somewhat self-inflicted. I always struggle with sleep, but when I start getting hooked on Minecraft again, it gets real bad. It's called I need to just have better self-control and stop playing it so much. I've been... like... oh my god. I've had stuff I needed to do, and I'm over here playing Minecraft instead. No. Dude, Vendetta's theme by Extra Tuna would be horrible. Please, no. God, that would be scary. Hold on, I'm gonna use my nose spray. I'm getting really sniffly again. About to snort some stuff on microphone right now. Hold up. Maybe I should do ASMR. ASMR, I'm snorting something right now. Hold up. Okay, no, I feel weird doing that. I'm not doing that to the mic anymore. You got one nostril, you're not getting the other. I have a horrible sleeping sleeping schedule because I'm fucking drunk. I feel that too. Oh my god. Coke? Yeah, basically. Totally. I'm trying to drink my orange cream Coke. You know what? I like this flavor. I don't care what anyone says. I know some people think this flavor is fucking disgusting and gross. I do not care. I do not care. I like it. Boop 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 boop. Dee 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 dee. Okay. Let's do red. Red, 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 red. Red. Like blood. Hold on, let me move the microphone a little bit, like, down. Can I? Oh my god. Okay, I love having a microphone arm, and it's like very, very adjustable, but the only thing is it's a little bit difficult for me to adjust it sometimes because there's so many adjustable things. It's hard for me to keep track of where they all are. Like, which one I need to undo so I can move the mic. Alright, hold up. Hopefully I don't knock it or anything. Here we go. It should be this one. Unscrew this one. And then pull it forward. Okay. It's still, like, very tightly screwed, damn. Okay, there. I moved it closer so I can sit back a little, because I've been, like, up, like, gamer stanced up to the computer this whole time, and I don't really need to be. There we go. Oops, I changed my lighting. No! No! Put it back to how it should be. Okay, there. Okay, we're good, we're good. Red like blood. That's so bright. Oh well, we'll see about changing these colors, like, later. I do plan to, I think. Why is there just a blue spot right here? What is this? Oh, it must have been an accident. I think that's purple, actually. Whoopsie. I just have Coca-Cola, you'll sniff in that. I tried Future Coke? What's Future? Was that like that sounds vaguely familiar. Was that like one of those weird limited run things? I did try the, y'all remember the Coke flavor made by AI or some crap? I did try that one out of, like, I had a feeling it was gonna be bad, but I still tried to, like, do an open mind on it. I tried it and it was sucked. It was so bad. It tasted like crap. Like, I think they had like a description of what the flavor was supposed to be, and I don't even remember what it was, but I know it was just tasteless. It had no taste. It was like weird. It was supposed to be like some kind of berry flavor, I think. And I don't know. It kind of felt like they just made that up because I didn't taste berry. I tasted nothing. It was just like a flavorless mishmash. Like, there was no dominant flavor because it was just weird, you know? That's the thing with, like, these funky, like, whatchamacallits. As much as I like experimental soda flavors, some of these companies don't quite... It's like they get lost in the sauce, you know? They try a little too hard to do something quirky, and then they get lost in the sauce because they just add too much to it, or it's like... Whatever they're doing, it's like, I don't know, they're trying too hard to still appeal to the masses, though. That's the thing, because, like, they want to sell. They clearly want to sell their product still, but they want to be gimmicky and weird, and it's like they just can't really find the balance between a flavor that's actually appealing and, like, making something cool and, like, unique. Not even cool, just unique. Unique isn't necessarily cool. Man. I don't know. The world of weird soda flavors sure is something. Alright. I think his other side is also red. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I believe so. Let me make that bigger. Do, 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 do. Like, one of the only, like, it was the AI one. Yeah, okay, I have had that then. It was weird. I had a flavor of, I think G Fuel or something in the can. What was it? I think it was G Fuel. Yeah, it was G Fuel. They had a flavor called like clickbait or something. That was another just like tasteless flavor. I don't know. Like, I'm not really sure what they were going for, but clickbait tastes like nothing somehow. Like, it just, I don't know. It's again that no particular flavor problem. Like, I guess you technically can't say it's bad because you can't, like, there is no way to judge it because it doesn't really taste like anything. Okay, best Coke flavor is white powder. Funny. Ugh, sorry, my nose. Okay. How do I always have this stuff going on when I'm on stream? I was fine up until I started talking. Like, I know last stream I was kind of questioning it. I was like, why do I, like, get sniffly when I've been talking for a while? Maybe we should have a stream where we Google these things. Streamer curse? I know. It's like being an artist and being a streamer. I get like the worst curse. Like, I love how it's like a meme now. The way that artists and streamers are like constantly like getting sick or like suffering, you know? Like they'll have like the most crazy stuff happening in their life. And I love how I seriously don't want to be sick all the time. I seriously don't like my life being crazy. But I unfortunately am also falling into this curse of the content creator slash artist curse where I'm like consistently sick and consistently having crazy shit happen. Like, is there some kind of like, are we just cursed? Like, I can't tell. Is it normal for life to be like this? And people just don't talk about it as often as artists and streamers, or what? I don't know. I don't know. What's the deal? What's the deal with that? Because, like, you pull up, like, an artist's page on a social media platform on any given day, and they're probably talking about how they're about to be homeless or something. Like, artists are, like, constantly suffering. What's the deal? Hello, Sonic. Just a whole stream of Googling random shit, yeah. Although, knowing me, I might get, like, accidentally tricked into, like, Googling something bad that gets the whole stream taken down, so... I don't know, careful. Let's see... Oh, okay, this goes half and half, kinda. I know why you're sniffling a lot. You ever start sniffling after singing? I googled it, so don't quote me 100%, but it works your muscles, and I think that causes your nose to clear itself, I think. I mean, I could see that kind of making sense, yeah. Because, like, I also just don't talk this much, normally. To be fair. Like... I only talk this much when I'm on a live stream. Most days I don't really speak that much, so that could also, maybe it's like it's worse because of that. I don't know. I don't know, just throwing it, spitballing, throwing it out there. I have no clue. It's just a funny little thing that be happening. Spitballing. I won't lie, I'm getting a little bit bored of drawing. I know this is an art stream, and I'm over here like, I'm bored. Maybe I should go play Animal Jam instead. Nah, I feel like everyone would leave. I feel like Animal Jam isn't engaging enough. I would pull up Minecraft, but I have to like figure out how to vertical stream that, because that's like not really... I don't know how I would vertical stream it. And I'd have to cover up my coordinates, because I'm not having any motherfuckers on my island. I do not want them there. I should at some point do more gaming streams though. I feel bad sometimes because like people will tell me like, oh, you should play this, you should play that, and it's like, but it's always just like the one-off random person. And they kind of like will suggest something obscure. And it's like, I feel bad because it's like, I don't know, like, I don't want to like let them down, but at the same time, I feel like sometimes people suggest things that only they would watch. Or like a very, very small portion of my audience. And I feel bad, but like, low-key, I am like trying to do the whole content creator thing, and I do have to think about if people would watch something or not. And with some of these games, I'm like, I've literally never heard of these. There's a good chance nobody's gonna watch this. You don't want your Minecraft server to... No! I probably would quit the Minecraft realm if my server became 2B2T. That would suck. Nah, we already have fucking problems on the... Dude, oh my god, you know what's stupid? Like, I have such a small... Like, I have a fairly small Discord server. And it's pretty easy to moderate for the most part. Until we got a Minecraft realm. Like, oh my god. That realm. Like, I like having the realm. I've put a lot of effort into my base and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. I like the realm. And most people on it are fine. They're good. But it's the few fucking people who keep causing problems. And it's like, I try not to like publicly like bitch about it too much. But it's like, yeah, it's kind of annoying. Like, most of my server's moderation problems are from having a Minecraft realm. Not even moderation problems. Like, our moderation is fine. It's just problems are springing up, and it's because of the Minecraft realm, and that's it. And it's like, bruh. Like, it's so annoying. More than anything, it's just annoying. Because it's like, having a Minecraft realm is fun and all, but it's turning out to be more of like a, it takes time away from other things, I guess is what I'm trying to say. When I have to go manage the realm because somebody looted nearly the entire end and now nobody can get elytra, like stuff like that. Like having to go deal with that instead of doing content and stuff. Like, oh my gosh. Man. But it's okay. It is what it is. I don't want to like close the realm or anything, but if it ever gets to a point where the moderation is like actually becoming like so impossible to keep up with, like it gets to the that's kind of the struggle I'm having with the realm. It's just feeling like Milk and I have to be on standby because who knows, you know? I don't want to ever have to close the realm, but I wish people would just follow the damn rules. Like, we're one of the most, like, lax realms I've seen. It's just people don't want to follow the few rules that exist. It's so stupid. Ugh, sorry. Ugh. Maybe I should get a humidifier. Hello, King Proto. I had to moderate a Minecraft realm for a couple weeks for a friend once. The most annoying thing I've ever done. It really is. Like, man. It's so dumb. Like, the issues that spring up are so silly, too. Like, I mean, the biggest issue we've had is that one, like, we had, like, an issue of someone very selfish kind of ruined an entire dimension. Which that's like the worst thing that's happened, actually. We've had some other things like petty theft and stuff, like whatever, but like I think that was what really got me, that situation. Like we're kind of dealing with it right now, trying to figure out what to even like do about the person. Because the way it happened like we didn't really catch it early enough, which really sucks, to be honest. Like, oh my god. So it's like, it's hard to like moderate when that happens, because it's like, well, what now? Especially because like said person like is like inactive now, and it's like they really just like ruined something for everyone else on the server and then went inactive. Like, damn, at least be an active player. So it's like if you kick them from the realm, if you punish them, it's like it's literally, it doesn't even matter. Wild. Alright, let's do... But it is what it is. Okay, here we go. Now to go for a bit? All good, all good. Thanks for tuning in, Nicholas. Okay. You know, chat, I'm getting a little bit bored of doing art today. I did finish, so for the whatchamacallit that I did, sorry, I'm like, I'm also just, my brain is a little bit scrambled today, and I think that's part of why I'm like, kind of like, ugh. So I will be posting the Griffin that I finished today on my Ko-Fi page. I'll probably put it up there as like one of my like $30-$35 adoptables. I feel like it kind of fits in that category. But I'll probably, after stream, I'll put that up. And then after that, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. So I have to like sleep at a specific time for work tomorrow, but that's not for like hours, but I'm like kind of tired now, so I don't really know what. But what we can do, I do feel a bit bad leaving something unfinished though, that's the only thing. But I do like how the Sonic art is coming out so far. It's just, I might have to like put this for another day. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. Like, maybe next week. Because I got work the next few days, but I could probably stream again. Monday at the earliest, I can stream again. But I'm thinking of maybe... either I'll do another stream where I finish this, or I'll finish it on my own. I don't know. I do want to stream it. I would prefer to stream it. But... yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking. How long have we been streaming? Let me check. It's been... wow. It's only a 3-hour stream, actually. Huh. I don't know. I guess my stamina is just low today. But... yeah, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. I'm kind of tired. I think what I will... but, like... I do want to continue streaming this, but I think once I get this eyeball colored in, I think I'm going to end off stream for today. So, you got me for a few more minutes. But thank you everyone who's tuned in today. I think if something changes, I'll probably say it in a community post or like the Discord server, probably the Discord server. I seem to be kind of doing most of my communication there now that I've like gotten rid of Twitter and all that. But yeah, thank you everyone who's tuned in today. Sorry I was a bit lower energy. I think I'm just a bit tired and I wasn't really expecting it. But I mean, we've made really good progress on Sonic today. I would like to keep working on this. I'm thinking, yeah, I'll probably stream again like Monday. Monday, maybe Tuesday. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. But since I did stream yesterday as well, I got stuff to do, so. Alright. Let me make sure this is saved. How about that? We will pick back up on this next week. Alright, Jester Sonic. Alright, cool. Bye guys! Thank you! I won't like stall like crazy. Alright, bye!